Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Flames will kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Hutchinson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the gun, the inside kick. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They're gashing this defense.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. Reels it in down the left side. He's off to the races. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Gets open down the middle. They bring him down, but a put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking off. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He finds his man. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Flames will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. First and 10 from the 27. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Feeling some heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going downfield for the big play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up the pass for a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Power football with the run. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. He's looking downfield to throw. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, give it the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This offense has a second down play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on up. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Quick handoff. Breaks the tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And he gets home a pin, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
He'll go to the sneak. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Looking for the corner on the jet sweep. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Defenses have got to play with great eye discipline, especially when you're facing teams that will run the jet sweep. You've got to be able to locate the football extremely quickly, and defense did not do a good job of it that time.
And the Flames are on the move. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Off play action on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Turns it on in midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, you can take it to the house.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Okay, ready? Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This is a 3rd and long. Let's go. Ready, go. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown play.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UNLV rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. The circle of life in college football. where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking to throw on second down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get a sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Oh, that might be a little too close for comfort for me. If I'm a play caller, I want to create some space. I want to take a shot when we throw the football down the field. I want my quarterback to know that, listen, hey, we're really close. We're a bad spot away from 2 points for the other team.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Cricket.
He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work, big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up around the line of scrimmage and help keep these 3rd downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a ton of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more.
Oh, he wants it all. Brings it down on the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
One more snap coming before halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. Wide open downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game, but in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front.
They're going to throw it again. Zings it complete to the right. Just plowing ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding you're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Liberty. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm, something.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game. And you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Those are hard for offensive line when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting that.
They are so close to a score they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Okay, ready? Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Jackrabbit. A run for the quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Flag. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession. They wasted no time, couple of plays into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on over. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you break it.
Quick completion to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly, see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, I thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
You'll call for the fair catch here. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. In blue. In blue. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
After the misfire, now on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Frost. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Dances away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Coming after it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Not a chance. Missed it. After the miss, the lead still at 11. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts you...
Going for the big play. And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got the tight end. Ball's out. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing.
To throw. They're trying to get to it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I just got the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on him, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sideline. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He's got it along the sidelines, foot inbounds, and it's a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. It's complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Going up top on first down. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late.
Jackrabbit.
He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We'll see if they can dial up one that works this time on second down from the 14. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without
job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide he had. Don't take a big shot.
Toss sweep right. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got his man. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 2nd down, just keeps fire. And they get the sack just like that.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking the game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but it depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
Fair catch, called for and made. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires it incomplete. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Runs through a tackle. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Come on, set.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You've got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Quarterback empties his backfield.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to get to it. At the 40, there he goes. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Flames will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. To do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's going to take off. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in an easy position to get a score.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. So still a 2-point game here, and you'd like to give your defense a little pat on the back by following their stop with a score, Jesse.
Yeah, and I feel like the offense here, they sense this opportunity, right, David? They know if they go score, they put themselves in a position to win.
And you put your defense in a great spot. I want to be up in the 4th quarter. If they can put a drive together here, up by a touchdown, I like my chances.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He'll pull it down and run. Wisely avoids the tackle with the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team is incredibly mentally tough right now.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.